I'm Representative Kelly Morrison from District 33B, and I'm also a practicing physician. We're entering a critical moment in the COVID-19 pandemic here in Minnesota. What we do and how we act over the coming weeks will determine whether or not many more of our family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers will survive. The situation is that dire. Our hospitals and healthcare workers are literally begging all of us to follow public health guidelines to stop the spread of this virus because they're seeing firsthand what's happening as our cases in Minnesota surge. Our hospitals are stretched to their limits in terms of hospital beds, and more importantly, in terms of the staff available to take care of patients. So many of our nurses and doctors and critical hospital staff are either sick or in quarantine that our ability to care for patients is dangerously tenuous. And that's true not just for COVID-19 patients, that is for all of us. So if you have a non-COVID illness or injury, there simply may not be enough staff to take care of you. We have incredibly talented and dedicated healthcare workers and a history of excellence in healthcare in our state. Let's help them do their jobs by doing what we can to slow the spread of this virus. We really have no choice. We must act now. The virus will infect anyone that it has access to. So if we starve it of access, we can stop it. And the good news is that we can stop it. If we all buckle down and follow the pledge, we can keep the virus from infecting people. So let's all pledge to wear a mask in indoor public spaces, maintain social distancing in public, stay home if we are sick or exposed, and limit the size of gatherings over the coming holidays. And let's be kind to each other. This is hard. We're all tired of COVID-19, but there's hope on the horizon with promising vaccine news. Let's get through this stretch together and support each other. I'm grateful to my colleagues in the House, and I'm proud to stand with them and to sign the Minnesota Pledge to defeat COVID-19. We hope that all Minnesotans will join us in signing and committing to the pledge. Please share it with your friends and family and on social media. Let's create a movement and defeat COVID together. With that, I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Representative Pat Garofalo.
Thank you, Representative Morrison. Appreciate your comments. I, too, like my legislative colleagues, am signing today's pledge and asking that Minnesotans join together in this battle against COVID-19. It's important to recognize that Republicans and Democrats don't have to fight about everything, just some things. And as we're going forward with COVID-19, it's really going to take the cooperation of all of us to make a difference to defeat this. As Representative Morrison mentioned, there's some great news on the horizon regarding Operation Warp Speed and the vaccines that are going to be deployed starting as early as next month for our healthcare workers. That being said, in the meantime, it's important that all of us do our part to engage in smart activities. We're not here today to tell you what to do or how to live. We're simply here to tell you about what the smart things are that we can do. By wearing masks when we're going to be around other people in public, when we're having our gatherings, to limit those, to maintain social distancing, to limit them to size and scope, to have bigger rooms where possible, to engage in common sense, to make it difficult for the virus to spread between us and our family members. And so as we go forward, the more we work together, the more we cooperate, the quicker we're going to put this behind us. We're going to get into a world where we'll get those vaccines deployed, and we can have a really fun 2021 to make up for what's been a pretty rough 2020.
Thank you, Representative Garofalo. And next we'll hear from Representative Sidney Jordan.
Thank you, Representative Morrison, and thank you, Representative Garofalo, for those words. I'm also really proud to stand with colleagues from both sides of the aisle to take this pledge. This has been a pretty rough year for so many Minnesotans, and my family's has also had a pretty rough year. Earlier this summer, we unfortunately lost my grandma Jordan to COVID-19 after a pretty scary battle. It was really sad, but we know that family is important, so we made sure that we were limiting the size of gatherings for her funeral. More recently, my other grandfather was very, very sick with COVID. He was put in intensive care at his rural hospital. He was given hot oxygen. And unfortunately, at his rural hospital in Iowa, he was sent home early, and the hospital said they would have normally been able to keep him in the hospital for observation, but because they did not have the staff or the supplies to keep him in the hospital, they made the difficult choice to send him home. Luckily, I spoke to him yesterday. He's making really miraculous recovery. He said that prayers have helped, but the other thing that has really helped was making sure that he had the medical professionals and the supplies needed to keep him alive and make sure that he could recover from COVID-19. This pledge is really important to keeping people like my family safe. It's important for keeping your family safe too. I think it's really hard, and it's not fair that we can't spend this Thanksgiving doing the normal things that we would want to do. I'm really going to miss hugging my parents. I'm going to miss seeing my brother. I'm going to miss seeing my nieces as well. But I know that by staying home and probably making way too many side dishes, I'm going to be keeping them safe. And if that's what my country needs me to do right now is eat too many mashed potatoes, that's something that I'm very willing to do for all of you and for my family. And I'm so glad that we can take these really common sense pledges to keep each other safe, like wearing a mask, maintaining social distancing, staying home when we're sick, something we can do for our families and for our friends and for the medical professionals keeping us all safe. So thank you for being here. Thank you for taking this pledge.
Thank you, Representative Jordan. And next we have Representative Nolan West.
Thank you, Representative. It's good to be here today with both Republicans and Democrats. You know, as everyone knows, our hospitals are on the verge of being overwhelmed right now. And everyone is also sick and tired of living in some sort of dystopian movie right now is what it feels like. But it isn't all doom and gloom. Today, there was a third vaccine that shows a lot of promise, and there's a good chance that vaccines will start before the end of the year for healthcare workers, which is a huge development, which means we are in the home stretch. And that is why mitigation right now is so important. I mean, you don't slow down in the home stretch. You go all out to the finish line. So let's all continue to wear a mask, social distance, limit your exposure, and make sure you stay home if you're not feeling well. I mean, we're this close. And there's just one thing I want to add that I think everybody can agree with, and it gets neglected when we talk about mitigation. And it's, we have to stay healthy in general. Eat a balanced diet. Make sure you're getting a range of vitamins. I'm sure Dr. Morrison would agree. And stay active. If it is miserable outside, you can always do a few burpees in your living room. I mean, and there's also loads of fitness YouTube videos that you can watch for free and work out too. I mean, staying active will lift your mood, keep you fit, and it's great for your mental health. So let's get this done. I mean, we are getting very close. Next year is going to be a lot better than this one. And let's just get there and make sure we're doing it. So we'll all take questions now if there are any.
I have a question. It's Tori from the Star Tribune. Is this the whole group of legislators signing this pledge, or are there more that are a part of this, or?
Hi, so I'm Representative Erin Cagle, and so we have a whole list of I believe we have over 40 legislators that have signed on to the pledge right now, and that's just in the House. I think the Senate is tracking too, and what we really want to do is make sure that we get this out there. This is a voluntary pledge that every Minnesotan can sign, and we are just the few that have been working behind the scenes, but yeah, I have a whole list of them that have already signed on.
I guess we're just going to jump in here. This is Peter with MinPost. Being a glass half empty kind of guy, I see a lot of legislators in the House and in the Senate, and 40 maybe isn't that many. Why would this be something that wouldn't have every legislator signed onto it? And I think I know the answer, but I would like to hear from you, especially some of the Republicans on the call.
Sure, I'm happy to take that question if it's okay. Dr. You want Dr. Morrison or Representative Morrison? I don't even know what to call you.
You can call me Kelly.
All right, Kelly.
Representative is fine. Thank you, Representative Garofalo.
Thank you. Peter, part of this is that this hasn't been distributed to everyone. So that's the reason why you're seeing some numbers that are not unanimous. But these are common sense measures. We're not, there's plenty of things that Republicans and Democrats can fight about in terms of public policy. But today what we're talking about is really common sense. We're talking about things that really there's no opposition to. It doesn't, the more people you have crowded into a smaller room the greater the chance you're going to have of an outbreak. Likewise, the less likely you are to clean your hands and then touch your face, the more likely you are to get infected and infect others. These are just really common sense measures that we can be promoting. And I'm hopeful that we can get this out there to reinforce a lot of the things that face us. As with most problems, 90% of it is basic. It's not the sexy things, the super exciting things. It's just the basic things of wearing your masks when you're in public, making sure that you are cleaning and washing your hands. And when you're in a room with other people, keeping that social distancing. There's nothing magic about 5'11" versus 6 feet. It's a matter of a degree. And the more you're able to stand back and keep a distance, be in larger rooms with smaller groups of people, you're going to benefit, your loved ones are going to benefit, and in fact, all of us are going to benefit.
Are there any
It's
other questions?
Tori again. Yeah, I just have a follow-up question to what you were just saying, Representative Garofalo. I mean, there hasn't been bipartisan support for some of the restrictions on social gatherings, and there certainly wasn't bipartisan support for the mask mandate earlier this year. But do you think that, I guess, support or acceptance has shifted in your caucus and among Republicans more broadly as things have gotten more severe again with case numbers heading into the winter, or what's
Sure.
happening there?
So Tori, again, what we're here talking about today are just like generally accepted public health principles. There's certainly a time and place for us to have a good, vigorous debate about what the appropriate level is for the chief executive to impose restrictions on commerce, freedom, and liberty. Those are fine conversations to have and fine debates to have. What we're talking about today is, as individuals, we're choosing to go out and honor social distancing, to keep our hands clean, to wear masks in public, and when we're around family members, to do our best to keep our distance from them and reduce and limit the size of those groups. Every family is unique, and every family has unique challenges. No one is here advocating or defending that everyone wrap themselves in bubble wrap. We're simply saying to be aware of these efforts. Again, Tori, there's lots of things that we can debate, but today we're not calling for new government restrictions. We're not calling for the abolition of current restrictions from government. We're just asking people to join us in signing this pledge and supporting what is really smart behavior.
Anybody have any? This is Bill Werner at M&N. Anybody have any comments about the app that unveiled today? Any reservations about it on anybody there? Part of anyone there? Representative Garofalo, maybe, or somebody else?
I think what you're going to hear from us today is the message of the day, is we're doing a really smart thing with this pledge, asking people to join us, that not everything is about Republican versus Democrat or the polarized nature of social media. I'm sure you can find someone else to talk about that.
I had to ask Representative, or you might not respect me. Maybe you don't anyway. No, I'm just.
No, not true. Totally respect you.
And I think that's just the main message, is that, we've been really working hard together to make sure that, we're going forward united as, all Minnesotans together can do this to really stop the spread of COVID-19. And so it's really important that, we get this message out and that we keep Minnesotans safe. And that's our job, is to keep each other safe.
I think political disagreements are pretty common in the legislature, but they're also pretty common around Thanksgiving tables as well. If your family's anything like mine, maybe having that discussion about these hot button issues is better over Zoom this year than at a big kitchen table. But I know next year will be just as vigorous a debate as it would have been this year.
It's Tori again. If nobody else has another question, is there anything that you're putting, folks are signing this pledge? I assume you'll put out the full list later, in terms of like social media push, the money, partnering with outside organizations to promote this or get this out there.
Yeah, and maybe Representative Howard can speak a little to this as well. But we will be launching the social media campaign today, and it will have the pledge that every Minnesotan can sign. And we're hoping that, just like high school, a little bit of peer pressure will work. And so that's really our goal, is just to, make this a big push that everybody can see what their little part in this fight is.
And this is Representative Michael Howard. as Representative Cagle said, we're hoping this can be something that's organic, that folks can make a commitment to their personal power to defeat COVID, share that with their neighbors on social media, their family. We think there's power in that. We are reaching out to community groups and leaders in our community to help us spread the message, folks that have larger audiences than legislators. And we hope that this can be a push, especially this week. I mean, I really think that this is maybe the most important week we've faced as Minnesotans to defeat COVID. With the absolute surge in our hospitals, with a holiday around the corner, this is going to be really hard, but it's probably the most important week for us to band together as Minnesotans and do the right thing for each other.
Any other questions? If not, thank you all so much for joining us this morning. We're grateful, and everyone be safe and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.